Mortgages, ARMs, 30-year fixed and 15 years. How do I decide? Hi, I'm Amol Heda with Keller Williams in Saratoga and author of Thriving Through Ownership. Last week, we saw the inflation rate hit a 40-year high, and that got me on an alert. And I bet if you guys are watching the news, you must also be on an alert. So what do we do with this? How does this impact us? So the impact is going to be in two areas: your investments and your borrowings, mortgages. Mortgages are the ones that we borrow when we are buying a home. Yet they stay with us, for most of us, for about 30 years, because we amortize the loan over a 30-year period. Now, you control the cost when you're borrowing, and you can still keep on refinancing or increasing or decreasing your mortgages as the time goes and as it works for your situation. So let's talk about the three different types of mortgages at a very high level and how you should position yourself. The first one I'm going to discuss is an ARM, an adjustable rate mortgage. Remember that the lender has the best insight into how the interest rates are going to perform over time, and they are in it for the money. So they are giving you a very low interest rate today for first 7 years or 5 years or 10 years, whatever you choose for. And they know that in the long term, this interest rate is going to be very high. So they are going to effectively make much more money because the interest rate is going to jump out. So you are fixing the risk for only 7 or 10 years or whatever is the term of your ARM, and the rest of the years they are putting you at risk. Where does this come handy? It gives you, when the interest rates are super high, it gives you the ability to bring your monthly ownership payments down dramatically. The second thing is, if you're not going to live in the property for more than 5 or 7 years, why pay the higher interest rate that a 30-year fixed is going to bring? And it reduces your monthly payment for that first initial fixed period dramatically. Yet, remember that you're sitting on a time bomb after the fixed term ends, and who knows what the interest rate is going to be. Full disclosure, I have been a strong advocate of a 30-year fixed, and I have been on 30-year fixed, and the market has been going, interest rates have been going down, and I have been refinancing. Those who were on an ARM before me, they had a lower interest rate and they also kept on refinancing, so they actually saved a lot of money. Now this was, if you notice, in a downward trending interest rate market. I'm expecting, and we should all reasonably expect, that this is going to turn in a different direction. And when this turns around, you should see how the results will be. The second one, a lot of people like, and they use this because they think, oh, I'm going to retire in 15 years. So why not match my earning period to paying off my mortgage? And so they get into a 15-year fixed. A 15-year fixed is the lowest among the three mortgage options because you pay your loan off in 15 years. And the interest rate is lower because the lender is risking much less. And so it's a good timing tool actually. Yet, what happens is that your monthly payment is much higher. There was this case when I was advising one of my clients, friends, and he said, Amol, I'm on a 15-year fixed, and that set my alarm ringing. I said, gosh, why are you doing a 15-year fixed? Why are you paying your money off so quickly? Why are you in a rush? And he says, Amol, I want to get done with my debt. I said, please go and take a 30-year fixed, refinance 30 and be done. Well, he listened to me, and then what happened is he lost his job. he called me and thanked me profusely. He said, Amol, had I been on a 15-year fixed, I would be paying $1,500 more than what I was paying before, than what I'm going to be paying now. And that would have stressed me out to no ends. Do you see what's going on? So the trick in designing mortgages is to borrow the most and keep it for the longest. When you borrow the most and keep it for the longest and bring your rate down to the lowest, that gives you the best total cost of borrowing. So, 30-year fixed by that token, by that structure, is by far the best. You get money at a slightly higher rate than a 20-year, 15-year or an ARM. Yes, you get what you pay for, but you got it fixed 30 years. I call that as the next best option to living in a free and clear home. Do I say that? In a free and clear home, you know that you're not going to make a payment. In a house with a 30-year mortgage, you know that you're going to pay an exact fixed sum over a 30-year period. The second thing is the 30-year mortgage allows you to write off taxes for the longest period of time. If you're paid off with your mortgage, you pay off the interest and you don't have a mortgage interest anymore to pay, and you start paying more in taxes. So guys, the choice is to pay taxes or to pay interest. I prefer the latter. Why? Because when you are paying interest, you are keeping the money to yourself. If you followed one of my previous episodes, I am a big believer in investing and staying vested in the market all the time. What happens is that if you're invested with a constructive debt, what I mean by constructive debt is to make more money out of your investment than you're paying. That's a constructive debt. As much of constructive debt as you have, you will keep making more money. As much of destructive debt that you have, so you pay more interest and you don't get enough returns on it. That's a destructive debt. I've talked about this in one of my episodes. So the more of that you have, the more you are going down the dumps. So with a 30-year fixed, it allows you to keep this money for the longest, reap the tax benefits, and if you are invested as a constructive debt, you are going to keep making money. What do you think? You have questions about structuring your mortgage, or if you want to talk to me, bounce your ideas. I'm not a lender. I have no interest in more borrowing. If you want to talk to me, feel free to call me or comment on this video and ask me your questions. Like, subscribe, share, and very importantly, hit on the bell button to get important videos like this. Talk to you soon. Watch my next one. Bye.